Hi YouTube, Coinpicker here. Here are my thrift store finds for the week. So I ended up buying this bag of miscellaneous watches, and half the watches in here are broken and not very old and just quartz watches. Also bought this ring, and I thought, it's not marked, but they are selling it as a sterling silver ring. So there looks to be a Tahitian pearl. So I used my half price stamp card. You know, I've saved for the past, I don't know, month and a half. You know, every time you purchase $10, you get a stamp. So on that day, it was the very last day you could use the card. So I went to a number of Salvation Army stores, didn't see anything I liked, and ended up buying this, you know, before the card was wasted. So this, I thought it might possibly be unmarked white gold ring. I acid tested it, and it turned out only to be sterling silver, which, you know, that's how they marked it. So basically I bought this and got this for free. So not too bad, not too great either. But the only reason why I bought this bag was because of this watch that was inside. So have a look at this. This is a Hamilton. I think it's like a 992 movement. So 992 or 993, something like that. I guess it's considered a railroad quality watch. Yeah. It is gold filled case, and it had this sticker on it from the previous owner. And it doesn't run, but I opened the back and it looks very clean and pristine. Hopefully it'll be an easy fix, but the only thing is the case, the back part of it, the thread is cross-threaded. And it wasn't me, it was like that. So I have to figure out how to fix that. I saw some videos of how people fix it. So this will be a project piece for me, but it's really nice. I think it's like a 17 jewel or something like that. So good quality. And it is, I believe, from like 1920 or 1910, 1920. So pretty cool collectible watch. Just have to get it running. And the next thing, okay, I paid good money to buy a rock, 99 cents. But it's not any old rock. It's being tumbled. I believe it is a geode. A geode, like with crystals. Just by going by these little specks and these holes, which have these crystals protruding out of it. So have a look at this, guys. And it's a fairly decent sized one. And for 99 cents, I thought you can't go wrong. Now, it'd be cool if I had like some sort of, I guess like diamond tip saw, and I could like cut this right in half and see the cool crystals inside. But it makes a pretty cool paperweight nonetheless. All right. And of course, found some silver spoons. So this one was just thrown into the, I guess, bucket of miscellaneous souvenir spoons. And it is marked sterling, Burke's sterling. So I got this for 99 cents, pretty nice. This one at another store was marked 99 cents. It's fully hallmarked. It's from Mexico. It says, sorry, I have it upside down. It says sterling 925. Sterling 925. And then the maker's mark, Mexican silversmith mark with a number coding of which maker. And It's a neat design. They always have neat designs. Like you have some sort of Aztec or Mayan or Incan warrior. And then you have a sombrero and a guitar in the bowl. That's cool. You can't beat 99 cents. And this spoon is pretty cool. This one I found in the display case. I don't know why they bother putting it in the case. It's only $1.99 listed, labeled. But I believe it is from like roughly like 1910 or 1912 or something. And it has this fox. And it's like, I think there's a parable about like the fox and the grapes or something like that. And it's from England. So it is hallmarked. But it's not any old silver spoon. See, it's from AEJ. You got the Birmingham mark, the Lion Passant sterling mark, and then the date code, which I believe it worked out to be 1910 or something like that. But this is actually considered from the arts and crafts movement. See the quality of it, the hand hammering of the spoon's bowl, and look how it connects to the stem. Very artsy. And I did research on this, and originally this would have been sold with like some sort of, I don't know if it's like a jam container or some sterling container with the same motifs. But unfortunately, they were separated over this 100-year span. But I'm happy to get the spoon for $2. So being from the arts and crafts movement, you know, when the artisans got together and decided everything must be built with some sort of aesthetic, so, you know, quality and beauty, you know, just not like slapped together and mass produced. So I'd say it's probably worth, I don't know, $50. That'd be reasonable, $50. It's over here. And that's not the only bunch of silver spoons. I've got all these right here. And this is not from the Salvation Army. It's from some small, very obscure charity shop. And the story with these are, once in a while, if I'm in the neighborhood of this shop, I pop in there. And I believe it's run by volunteers. And I always check out the display cases, see if there's any, you know, goodies. And there was like a bowl or like a little Tupperware of souvenir spoons under the counter. So I asked to see it, and then the lady goes, "Oh yeah, there's a gentleman that asked for those too." I guess I'm assuming you know, on the same day. And I was thinking, oh great, it's been picked through, you know. And they were $1 each, and I went through it, and of course I didn't find anything. But in the other part of the shop, there was a locked case and another Tupperware container that was, you know, full to the brim. And I could see some very promising looking spoons that, you know, most likely were older and sterling. So I asked her to take it out. She put it on the counter, and before she took it out, I noticed like the container says $5 each. And I'm thinking, that's a little expensive, and why are they more expensive than the other box of spoons? So it brings it on the counter, and I asked her that, right? And she goes, well, the label does say, you know, $5 each, brass spoons. Brass spoons. They look just like this. Well, I mean, you know, like the souvenir ones are usually silver-plated brass. But, so I saw the manager right behind her, and I asked the manager, like, you know, like, shouldn't it be the same price? And obviously I'll buy more if it's $1 each. I'll go through it, you know. And then she ripped off the paper and said, "Yeah, don't worry about it. You know, it's probably mismarked. Yeah, you know, go for it. $1 each." So it shows you that it doesn't hurt to ask. I mean, if you don't ask, you don't get. So you guys out there, ask away. The worst they can do is say no, right? But yeah. So I was able to pick through and get all these sterling spoons, all marked. And this works out to be, basically I found 12 in that box. And you got like these 2 huge ones. This one, they're all marked sterling. This one's, most of these enamel ones are like older, probably like 1910 to 1930s. This one's from province of Saskatchewan. It says sterling there and sterling here. This one has a totem pole. It says Seattle. And it's marked sterling on the back here with the maker's mark. These 2 are foreign, from Southeast Asia. One says Malaysia, one has some sort of tribal character guy. Twisted stem, pretty cool. And they're, see, it must be the same maker because it has these 2 little notches on either side of the stem. And the mark's the same. I can't read these marks, but I'm pretty sure it means like silver or 925 or something like that. Right there. It's probably Arabic. Or maybe, I don't know, is it like Malay or something? If any of you guys can understand that, please do make a comment. Alright. And then we have some other spoons from Canada, of course. It says coat of arms. From Edmonton, another enameled spoon from Yellow Grass, never heard of it, probably some small town. This also says Canada, Gull Lake, and menorah, it's probably like from Israel, and probably like for Hanukkah. So this is a Jewish spoon, 925. So international, so very interesting. Also love these really antique spoons when they use all this cool enameling. Just shows the quality back then. And this one says Calgary. And this with the Maltese cross is actually from Malta. Check out those hallmarks, pretty cool. And this one is a damaged spoon. It's missing its badge, but hey, cheap silver, I'll take that any day of the week. It is marked 800, so it's continental silver, probably made in Germany. Who knows what that badge said? Could have been anywhere, you know. And I paid for these, and right when I was about to leave, by the door they had another glass like showcase and a few odd spoons in a container, and I asked to see those before I left, and I did find one more. This one says Texas. Check this out, pretty cool. Oh, it's someone riding a bronco. See that horse and a guy? Cowboy. Yeah, that was also $1. And this shop it was pretty interesting because they didn't charge tax. So 13 spoons for $13, no tax, which is nice. It says sterling there and a maker's mark. All right, so that must be, all right, these are about 10 gram, well, the big ones are probably like 25, about 20 to 25 grams each. So, and then these ones are about 10 grams each. So let's say let's say 20, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, 140, say 150. 150 grams, that's like 150 grams, 30 grams, that's almost 5 ounces of silver. 5 ounces of sterling silver. So that would be like 4.5 ounces of pure silver times 20. What's that? 4.5, 80, 90 bucks Canadian. 90 bucks for 13. That is a good ratio. Love it. Wish I could find these every day of the week. But remember, boys and girls, always ask. You don't ask, you don't get. So, also, found some more silver spoons. Right? But this one was at a Salvation Army thrift store in the display case, $14.99, boxed as is, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spoons, but there's actually 6 indents. So when it says as is, it's because one's missing. It's okay. 5 is still good. It's still respectable. It says here sterling silver. It says made in England. All right, and they are fully hallmarked British silver. From Birmingham, see the line meaning sterling silver, and that make the date mark, I believe it means 1940, so it's right before England was pulled into World War II. So that is very interesting historically. Let's put that there. And yeah, I bought those with this. This was also in the display case. $5.99. It's actually a pastry tong for pastries. So fancy, right? Well, those rich people really know how to eat back then. But I really bought this so I could use my coupon because I had to spend like 25 bucks to get 10 bucks off. And you know, $5.99 is a little bit pricey for silver handled tongs. But I figure probably, I don't know, say 15 grams. That's about an ounce maybe of silver, which is about 20 bucks. Even if it's not an ounce, let's say it's like 3/4 an ounce. I mean, 15 bucks silver value for 6 bucks. That's still good. But again, I had a coupon, so I didn't pay the full price. And I did see it's marked, like partial mark on the inside. And it looked to be 800 silver. So this is continental. This is probably not English. Maybe it's like, maybe from Italy, maybe Germany. Those, other European countries. And the star of this on that day was this little perfume bottle, which it is a silver overlay on this emerald green glass bottle. And I did some research. I only paid $6.99, well, before the coupon, $6.99. So actually these 3 items I got for 20 bucks with tax. And funny thing with this, in the case it was open, $14.99, but when I went to pay, it became $12.99. I don't know what was going on. So someone obviously priced it twice. So of course they charged me this one, but check out this. It's in perfect shape. No flea bites. People always say, when there's tiny little chips, like flea bites. Has number, I think it says 13 or 14, let's see, 15. It says 15 on the bottom of the stopper and 15 on underneath here as well. I know Gorham and a company called Alvin, I think, made these. These are made, I think they said like between 1850 and 1899. So they're definitely antique. Harsh quality. I mean, like lots of quality involved in making this. It does say sterling right underneath here. So I'm figuring this is probably American. And, you know, American, Victorian, if you take this little label off, there's like a round part of the silver overlay. That is blank, which was reserved for people to engrave their monogram. So this was never monogrammed, which I would think it adds to the value. I mean, people don't really want personalized stuff, other people's personalized stuff. Try to look for the maker's mark, because I've seen online you'll find like Gorham and like an anchor mark or something on the silver overlay, but couldn't find it. Just found that little sterling mark here. But still pretty good, pretty cool, good stuff. I think these in perfect shape sell for about $100. So it's a nice little score. It's not like a ton of silver. It's only the overlay, which is probably like what, $1, $2 worth of silver, if that. But yeah, I mean, this is really artsy, very art. I don't know if it's considered like Art Nouveau. I don't know. Fancy. Loving it. Definitely will go into my collection. Awesome. Bought this the other day. It was in the cutlery section of the Salvation Army thrift store. And it's not sterling, but it's made by a very well-known, very expensive maker, Christoffel in France. And they have like these maker's marks. I think it was like here and here or something like that. It's in good shape. And they have these engraved coat of arms right here, like these two lines in a castle. Tried to look it up. I couldn't find anything on this mark. If you guys out there recognize it, please let me know what it means. Where is it from? Here, nice and clear. It's pretty cool. Maybe it's a hotel or something, I don't know. But you can't go wrong with $2, right? $1.99, had to get it. Probably just gonna flip it, because I've seen these go for sale between, it was all over the place, between $30 to $80. And in brand new, it's like crazy money. So yeah, if I could get some good money for it, that'd be awesome. And today I did go to the flea market. I haven't been there in ages, but I did end up buying some coins. So I'm throwing my flea market finds into this video, because I don't go to the flea market these days that often. So I packaged these. They were all like just loose coins. One vendor had this in the junk bin, and it is from China, from the Qianlong dynasty, or not dynasty, it's Qing dynasty, but the Qianlong emperor from 1736, I think it's until 1798 or something, 99, I don't know. So I paid $1 for this. It's not worth a ton of money, but it's a variety. That's why I picked it up. Didn't want it to just disappear into obscurity, into a junk bucket. So it is from the Board of Revenue. This is the Manchu character representing the Board of Revenue. This is Bu, meaning mint or coin. See that little dot there? If it didn't have that dot, I would probably not bother paying $1 for this, but that's like, I don't know, it's like a variety mark. So maybe it's worth, I don't know, $3 or something. But something I could throw into my collection. And then these I got from a different vendor. So I got these 4 coins. Basically, they were in a junk box in this antique part of the flea market. And usually their stuff is like outrageously priced. But, you know, I was checking out everything, and I think they had a change of ownership, right? Because the guy was like super nice, and, you know, he was willing to work with me. And so I picked up these coins out of the, you know, miscellaneous box, and he just, you know, asked me to make him an offer. So I picked out these 4 coins, one over here. I didn't bother to package yet, for $5. Why $5? Because in Canada, our lowest denomination bill is a $5 bill. We have a $2 coin, we have a $1 coin, quarter, or I should say 25-cent piece. Quarters are in the USA. 10-cent piece, even though we still call them dimes, but, you know, that's like an American term that we've sort of adopted. 5-cent piece, nickel. And, you know, there's still some cents, 1-cent coins floating around, but technically they've been demonetized technically. Well, basically, if you have any pennies or cents, you have to send them back to the bank to get your money deposited. Since they're not producing anymore since 2012. So I was thinking, okay, I'm rambling on about the coins, right? So I thought, okay, I really wanted to pay $1 each, but you know what? If I said, hey, I'll give you $1 each, here's $4, which is like basically trading coin for coin, the guy would probably, you know, I was worried he's gonna like give me some crazy ass price or something, right? Crazy asking price, I said. I said, hey, $5. Pulled out the $5 bill. He said, yeah, sure. And what we have here, saw some silver, and, you know, we have a coin from New Zealand, 6 pence, 1937. Only 50% silver, but it is in nice shape. And in extra fine condition, Kraus catalogs this for like $20. So I don't know if I can actually get $20 for this, but it's definitely worth my $5 I paid, right? Next, Australia, 1962, 6 pence. It's pretty nice shape. Too bad it's not that old. I'll be lucky if this is worth the $1.25 I paid. Right. This is what caught my eye first. This big 25-cent sized shilling, 1960. But I wasn't sure what was the cutoff year for, you know, like sterling silver versus like 50% silver for Australia. But yeah, it ended up being 50% silver only, but still wasn't expensive. It's, you know, pretty much what, you know, I paid what it was worth, but this one definitely has some collector's value. And the last one has the most collector's value. Check this out. See, I'm in Canada, so finding these things is like very unusual. So what we have here is an American cent, large cent. Right here, I forgot the name of it. What was this? Capped Bust or Liberty Bust? I don't know. You guys know better. But basically, the date, it's, I don't know. The design is good. I mean, basically, the date is really hard to read, if at all. So that I will have to do some research and maybe put it up at a certain angle in the light to see if I can pull a date off this. But everything else, the design, everything, would make this coin like great and like good condition, maybe very good. More like good. But darn, that date. But check this out. I mean, you can actually see her face. Liberty. says 1 cent, United States of America. This part where, I don't know, it's really weird because there's lots of detail, but on this side of the coin, it looks sort of worn. Well, not, yeah, sort of like, I don't know if it's worn or just not struck very well, but it's opposite of the side that had the date. So I wonder if it's just a weak strike. But look at that. Just makes you cry. Look at that. Just, even if it had a very light date, I would be very happy. But I think even in this shape, that's where my money is. I would say, I don't know, $25 to $30 Canadian. Well, that's probably even a bargain. That's yeah, probably $25, $30 American. According to, you know, what's selling on eBay. But if this had a date and it was in this shape, it would easily be $100, $150 American coin. Oh well, but yeah, for $1.25, I can't complain. Anyways, the treasure's out there, guys. You guys keep the search up. You'll find it eventually. So don't give up. So I hope you guys enjoyed my haul. It was been a pretty good week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Coinpicker out.